Hey everyone, welcome to the reading for today. We're going to see what you need to know right now. Keep in mind it's general, it could be past, present, or future. You're going to know best how this resonates for you, all right? Where this fits on your timeline. So let's see, what do you guys need to know right now? What's going on in the energy? Wow. Okay, the Ace of Swords. And I said, wow, because what the heck? Okay, so we're staying in the energy of my last reading that I just did, okay? Because the first card out in that reading was the Magician, and now we have the Magician in reverse. And in the last reading, the King of Cups came out 3 times, and now we have the King of Cups in reverse. And we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, which means today the energy is for a King of Cups somewhere out in the collective, all right? This is someone that does not have some sort of independence, all right? They don't have the money that they need, that they want, that they desire, all right? Their manifestations aren't coming in. So this could be someone that you're dealing with, all right? Let's see, what else do we need to know then about this situation? So I guess that there's more to know. Tell me about the Magician in reverse, please. The Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands came out in the reverse, underneath the Magician in the upright in the first reading. All right. The Page of Swords and the King of Cups comes out again. I can't even believe this shit. And the I can't believe this shit, man. Like, King of Cups is heavy in the energy today, all right? This King of Cups feels like life is really hard, all right? Like, life is really hard, and none of the manifestations are coming in. They don't know how to create. They don't know how to manifest something. 8 of Pentacles. This could have to do with job, career, perfecting something, all right? But the Page of Swords is like a childlike energy of learning, gathering information, just starting out, you know. Why is the King of Cups in reverse here? So this energy, it feels like kind of a harsh truth, but we have the Ace of Swords here. So it's like a necessary, harsh truth for someone to think about, I guess. To think about. King of Cups in reverse has to think about this, okay? Take some time to think about your manifestations and where they're coming from. The energy, the Queen of Cups in reverse, and it's a Queen of Cups, but I feel like this is the King of Cups. This is the same person. They're just, King of Cups is already out here, right? And now they're coming out again with the Queen of Cups. It's just the same person. The Page of Cups. It's a childlike energy. Okay. Let's see. 9 of Pentacles reverse. The Queen of Swords and the Lovers. And the World in reverse. Yeah, it's like there's a lesson that hasn't been learned yet. All right. There's a lesson here that definitely hasn't been learned yet. When it comes to money, when it comes to independence, when it comes to success, when it comes to manifestation, when it comes to perfecting something, when it comes to carrying the burden. And the 4 of Pentacles, all right? Holding on to what you have, being stable. So tell me more about the Magician in reverse here. The Magician, Spirit. Nobody can tell me tarot is not real. I'm sorry. No one can tell me tarot is not real. The cards coming out this way are not a coincidence. We have the Magician on top of the Magician in reverse, and the Magician was the first card in the last reading. I'm sorry. And the Four of Cups also came out in the last reading. This is someone that's upset about their manifestations and that they're not coming in and that they were manifesting this and that. It's like, I wanted this to happen. I want to create this. Why isn't it working out? You know, because there's a blockage. You can't just, it's like, look, you can't just sit down, light a candle and say, I want to manifest next year that I have $20,000. I snap my finger and now it comes in. That's not how it works. Especially if there's a lesson here that hasn't been learned yet. Like, you have to learn the lesson in order to get the reward. Okay? So if we're like, you know, and this applies to everything, you know, it's like if you want, how should I say? Well, I don't want to, this is just an example, all right? I don't mean for this example to come off as derogatory, okay? I'm not calling anyone a dog, but if we're training dogs, they have to learn the trick first. They have to learn how to sit down first, and then they get the treat, right? It's just an example. I'm not saying we got to train people like dogs, but I'm just trying to find an example here of you have to learn the lesson first in order to get the manifestation. You can't just say, well, I want this and I want that, and then it drops in your lap when you haven't even learned what you're supposed to learn yet. It's like, okay, so you want money, but you haven't learned the lessons of money. You get what I'm saying? You want success, but you haven't learned the lessons that it takes to get success. It's kind of like there's a formula to everything, right? It's like if you want to create, so let's say if you want to create a castle, you have to learn all of the lessons that it takes to build the castle. You can't just freeball it. You can't just say, I want a castle, snap my fingers, and there it is. You want to have a degree, all right? You want to study, you want to go to college. Well, first you have to take all the courses, you have to pass all the tests, you have to go through the training, and then you get the reward. There's something here that this King of Cups, whoever they are, they're not understanding about mastery. You have to master something first in order to manifest. Okay? You want to master, like, you know, you want to, let's say you want to, you know, make cars. All right. So you have to master the entire car first. You have to learn about the engines. You have to learn about this part. You have to learn about how they all fit together. You have to learn about the electricity and how all the wires, you know, it's like, this is almost like someone that wants, but doing feels too hard. So I don't really feel like doing all the hard work. I just want it. I just want it dropped in my lap. Why can't I just have it? It's like mastery, like this Ten of Wands, like mastery feels too hard. Like, oh God, like actually making all this money and mastering something is so hard. It's just so much work. But why are my manifestations coming in? Why do I have to do all this work? Why do I have to do all this work for me to get blessings? Because nothing in life is free, all right? I mean, nothing is free, absolutely nothing. At the least, something costs you your time, all right? And your energy. Nothing is free. Everything is an exchange. Okay. The Two of Cups in reverse. Broken relationships. Breakup. A lack of connection. What's that about? I mean, yeah, that's the next thing, right? It's like relationships. So this doesn't just have to be about work. This person could also struggle with their interpersonal life, with their relationships, with their connections. It's like, I want to have a relationship. I want to have this friendship. I want to have this connection, but I don't really feel like doing the hard work it takes to keep it upright. I just want it, but I don't want to have to work for it. You know, I mean, okay. the Sun in reverse, and this person doesn't see it. They don't see this, or the Judgment. This is almost like refusing to. So now at this point, I'm pretty sure this is not you, collective. This is someone that you're dealing with. I just don't know why it's important for you to understand this, but, or maybe this is you. I don't know, but it's like at some point, this King of Cups has to realize, or the King of Cups in reverse has to realize that that where they are right now in their life is their judgment. Like, this is a result of your own choices and your own actions and your own effort and how much work you've been putting into it, right? Like, yeah, you can want things and you can want to manifest things, but you have to do the work to master that. You can't just like half-ass it and think that you're gonna get the same thing as masters do. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, like, like I said, please don't take this in a derogatory way, but this is just an example popping up in my mind. It's like, if you take a dog to a dog show and they've been trained and they've learned all the tricks and they've mastered this craft of learning, you know, learning the lessons and all that shit, they will get a prize. They get money. They get a money prize. They get the accreditation. They get all this stuff. You can't just learn a half-assed trick of putting your paw up, oh yeah, and then you get the same thing that they get. You know, it's just not the same. And it's almost like whoever this person is, they're sitting there in that energy of like, why is nothing working out for me? Why can't I get what I want? Why can't I have this? Why can't I have that? Because there's obviously things that you're supposed to be learning here, King of Cups, and you're not. Okay, so whatever that is. The Fool and the Eight of Cups. Oh man, this is like, I'm going to start something, and then when it gets too hard, I'm going to leave it behind. Well, you're never going to be a master of anything if you start something and then you walk away from it. Like, I'm going to take this leap of faith into a new beginning. Oh man, this is too much work. This is too hard. I don't feel like doing this anymore. I'm going to leave it behind. There's no point to this. It's too hard. I'm leaving it. I'm walking away. You know, and then sitting there going like, oh, why does nothing ever work out for me? Why can't nothing ever work for me? Why can't it just be successful for me? Because you walked away from it before it even started, man. You just gave up. Like, how is anything ever supposed to work out when you just are giving up all the time? And it feels like they're giving up on things because it feels like it's too hard, like it's too much work. This is too hard. I don't feel like putting this work in. I just want something to work out like that. Okay, so tell me more about this. The Page of Wands. Page of Wands, Page of Cups, Page of Swords. I feel like the Page energy is where the King of Cups in reverse actually is in their life, but they don't see it that way. It's like they are at the beginning. They're a beginner. Okay. Like, they still have so much to learn. They still have so much to give. They still have so much to explore. But as soon as it gets too hard, they want to leave it behind, walk away, abandon it. It's like, I'm abandoning this. It's too much for me. All right. The Knight of Wands in reverse. What is the Knight of Wands in reverse? Being hot-headed, being impulsive, being flaky, right? This is like being flaky. It's like, I'm going to dip my foot in and then I'm going to leave when I don't feel like anymore. It's acting on desires, impulses, you know, it's very quick. I'm going to try this, and then when that doesn't work out, I'm going to try over here. There's no perseverance here. It's like there's no fighting through the hard times, keeping at something even when times get hard. This is like someone that hasn't realized yet that times, you know, it's not always like this. Like, it doesn't always just go up. This is almost someone that expects something to always go up. And when then there's a dip in it, right? There's a dip in something, they see that as, oh God, now it's too hard, it's too much, I don't feel like doing this anymore, I'm giving up because it's not working. When in reality, that's the lesson right there, is that you have to fight through the hard times. Like, you can't just give up and abandon everything because you don't feel like putting in the work. It's like everything can be overcome. You can overcome any hardship. You can overcome, you know, you have to, like, that's part of the lesson, is that you don't give up and you keep fighting and you take the lessons as they come, and you have to keep going even when times are tough. But, you know, I cannot make it up. Rebuilding, repetitive, persistent, working on it. Yeah, that's the lesson. That's the lesson this person has not learned and they're not mastering, is that you have to keep at something persistently. You have to do something repetitively. You have to keep rebuilding it. You have to keep working on it. You have to keep going. You can't just keep throwing in the towel. You can't just keep saying, this is too hard, I don't feel like doing it, I feel like giving up, wah, 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 I'm not trying anymore. That's not going to get you anywhere, except for you starting a bunch of things that you don't finish and you walk away from. Like, of course, no manifestations are coming in because this person hasn't even learned the lesson of keeping at something persistently and working on something long term, even when there's no results. It's like, exactly, you have to keep at something and keep pushing through something even when there's no results. Even when there's no results. Only those people that keep going and keep pushing even when there's no result, only those people end up thriving, end up succeeding, because they believe in themselves so much to the point of carrying themselves through the hard times. You know, if you just... I mean, I don't know what to tell this person, okay? A soulmate, soul connection, partnership, agreement, it's the same. I feel like it's the same way in relationships. They do the same thing with relationships. As soon as the relationship gets too hard, as soon as the job gets too hard, they abandon it. They abandon it. They walk away from it. They leave it behind. It's too much. It's too hard. Stabbed in the back. And then they feel stabbed in the back. Why? Because they are victimizing themselves. I feel like this person then ends up sitting there victimizing themselves, even though they're the runner, even though they're the one that runs away from everything. They abandon things. Like, they straight up leave and abandon things that they feel like is too hard. And then they feel like they are stabbed in the back. Because something didn't work out for them, because they gave up first and then you give up, or the relationships give up, or the job gives up, you know, and then they feel stabbed in the back. Why? Why does this person then feel stabbed in the back? I'm not understanding that part. Because it's something about something takes time. All right. Happiness, feeling good about yourself, feeling content, wish fulfillment, a desire, Seven of Pentacles. This is working long term, working a long time without seeing any results. It's putting in the work. It's tending to the garden. It's watering the garden. It's working at something with no results and doing it because you love it, doing it because you want to do it, because it brings you joy. All right. I mean, that's what could carry this person through. is do something because you love it. Do something because it brings you joy, because you enjoy doing it. Or that's what's going to bring them through. That's if you're the King of Cups, you know, in those times where you're not seeing any results, do it because it brings you joy, or do it because it makes you feel good about yourself or productive in some sort of way. It's like this person is used to, or they think that there always has to be a reward. If they put in work, if they do something, if they are in a relationship, there has to be a reward. They don't want to do anything without there being a reward. Well, you know, good morning, but there's not always a reward. Okay? You can spend years putting in years at a job and you feel like there's no reward, but that's part of it. Or you spend years in, you know, if self-employment, like building a business, there's years without a reward. All right? It's like, I don't know. The death. Endings. Permanent endings. Permanent endings. Permanent endings to what? A child. No, I feel like in this case, child is this person's energy of being very young. Like they can be older and they still act childlike. They still act like a child in a lot of cases, especially when it comes to ending things and throwing in the towel because it's just too hard. Like, why am I reading this person's energy here again for the second time? High Priestess, because I guess somebody needs to know it. This is the truth. Whoever you are, King of Cups, I guess this is some harsh truth. But Spirit thinks that you need it today. I don't know why, all right? But the Hanged Man. It's time to see something from a different perspective here, or this is about someone feeling stuck in their life, stagnant in their life, trying to figure out how they're going to cut themselves out of something, how they can get something moving. Well, you know, for one, I think the biggest thing of advice here is pick something and stick with it. All right? Don't keep hopping around from thing to thing. And when it doesn't take off immediately, throw in the towel and just, you know, think, oh, I'll just try something else then. You're just going to end up starting a lot of things and walking away from a lot of things, and you're not going to have any progress whatsoever. All right? The 10 of Pentacles and the the Page of Pentacles. All of the pages are here, and child. You have, like, this is someone that's a beginner with something. They are just starting out. Like, they just started something. And in the phase of being a beginner, they're already like, oh, I'm not getting what I want. This isn't good enough. I want more. You know, it's like, you have to know that it takes time. And I'm not talking about a couple weeks, a couple months. I'm talking years. Things take a lot of time, especially if you want the 10 of Pentacles. That takes a long time. That takes a long time. And you have to stick with something a long time. And you have to stick with it even when you're not getting any results. You know, it's like something just doesn't happen overnight. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. All right, so anything else for this King of Cups here? The Empress. The Devil and the 6 of Wands. See, that's where you don't want to go. You don't want to start going into this energy of I want victory. I want to win. I want to get what I want. I want to be praised. I can win. The devil, it's like, that's a temptation. I feel like that's about temptation. I mean, yeah, the temptation, it always comes, or I feel like whoever this King of Cups is, in reverse, the temptation came in a time where there was a lack of abundance or, you know, financial instability, okay, some sort of codependence. That's when the temptation came knocking. And the devil said, oh, I can give you a fast track all the way to the top. I can help you win, okay? I can offer you lots of money. How about that? I can help you cut corners. Okay, so what's the outcome of that? That there's no new beginning, or something was a risk, or something is too risky, or what does that mean? No new beginning. A foolish risk. The Empress in the reverse. The High Priestess and the Page of Pentacles. Starting something new, a new business, a new employment, okay, or a new job. The Seven of Cups. This is like somebody asking themselves, oh, if I just start a new business, then what does that mean? The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. A master, not a master, losing a job, leaving a job, unemployment. Someone is confused about losing a job, leaving a job, starting a new job. Should I leave my job? Should I start a new job? Death. Should I end? Something about ending a job, or something about a permanent ending. The Nine of Wands in reverse, giving up. Giving up. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse, because it's not enough money, or the Two of Cups, a relationship. The Four of Wands. What is this about ending a job here? A marriage. Ending a marriage, ending a job. A house, a marriage and a house. Two of Cups and the Four of Wands, a marriage and a house. It's not working. I'm just going to give up. I'm going to end this. It's not working out. A house and a marriage. Main female. Not in despair. What do you mean? A main female is not in despair about a house and a marriage. Camera. This has to do with someone reminiscing. Learn from the past. Perception. A camera. Learn from the past. Oh man. No options, no decisions. A lack of options, a lack of decisions, a lack of options. Learn something from the past about a lack of options, or not making a decision. Something about not transforming, not rekindling something. What's the closing words here, please? Sudden change, shocking news, an epiphany. An epiphany. A sudden change, an epiphany. About what? about not freeing themselves from a toxic relationship, not healing the heart, not healing from heartbreak, not freeing yourself from a toxic relationship or addiction. What do you mean? The Phoenix, rekindling something, transforming something, changed mind. This is sudden change, shocking news, a surprise epiphany about somebody rekindling something, renewing something, transforming something, not freeing themselves from a toxic relationship. Has to do with sticking something out, not giving up. Okay. All right, any advice for the collective on how to deal with this King of Cups? Because I feel like for someone here, you're dealing with this person, or else I don't know why they're coming out like this in your relationship or in your reading. The Knight of Cups. The Queen of Wands in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, the Seven of Wands in reverse. This is about somebody feeling demotivated, not moving forward, not defending oneself, not standing up for themselves, or giving up. Giving up because of a feeling of demotivation, giving up because of a feeling of not being able to move forward. What do you mean? The Hierophant and the Ten of Cups in reverse. A broken family, a family falling apart, giving up with the Hierophant. Giving up with a Hierophant. I feel like that's like an institution of some sorts, or maybe something in government, or some sort of a title, someone with a title, or some sort of a government position, institution, a broken family. I mean, it's kind of given me like, why would you stop this person? Okay, so if you're dealing with this King of Cups in reverse here, and they want to abandon, and they want to run away because they feel like everything is too hard, and they don't like the responsibility, why would you stand in their way? If they want to run away, go run away. All right? You're not going to stop them. You're not going to stand in their way. But there's no reason why you have to put up with that either. I mean, you don't have to try and keep a family together or keep somebody, you know, you're not responsible for someone having healthy relationships. You're not responsible for this person taking care of their connections or taking care of their family relationships or whatever this is. You're not responsible for that. If they want to run away and abandon things, then, you know, that's their problem. You don't have to keep a relationship upright. All right. Like if this is someone that even has, if this is about kids and this person has abandoned their kids to run away because it's just too hard having that responsibility, you're not responsible making sure this person has a relationship with their kids. That is not your responsibility. They're the one that ran away. They're the one that thinks it's too hard, it's too much, they don't feel like doing it. It's not your problem. That's their decision, okay? That's not your responsibility at all. The Two of Pentacles. The Chariot. Okay, so heavy Cancer energy, right? weighing something back and forth about someone traveling, somebody moving forward determinedly. Taking some sort of action to lie, cheat, steal, scam, and get away with it. Be a liar. What is this person lying about? Not going on a journey, not traveling. Or they're lying to stop you from traveling or moving forward in your life, or to stop you from moving on. An official person. Something about an official person, lying to an official person. This community and sudden wealth. That's how this person thought they would be getting sudden wealth, or this community thought they would be getting sudden wealth. By lying and trying to get away with something here with an official, taking some sort of action towards an official person. Trying to balance something out when it comes to determination, traveling, or trying to stop you from traveling, trying to stop you from moving forward, trying to stop you from moving forward, trying to stop you from traveling. Why? That's the truth. Strength. That this person, this King of Cups, just can't find any peace. They can't let something go. They can't move on from something. They can't leave something behind. The truth about your strength. The Six of Pentacles. Or this person just can't get out of, I feel like they just can't get out of the mindset that they feel like money will solve their problems. Like if they could just get some money, then it would help them get over their problems. Like, yeah, look at that. The Six of Wands and Nine of Swords. They just want victory and success so badly. They're stressed out, they're worried, they're stuck in their head. And they feel like getting some sort of money will help them overcome their problems. Okay. All right, closing words here. A Queen of Wands in reverse is trying to block someone from traveling. Trying to block someone from traveling, trying to stop someone from moving forward, trying to block you from traveling. Why the hell are they trying to block you from traveling so bad? Because they're ungrateful and unhappy with their life. They're trying to block you from traveling. They're trying to block you from moving on. They're trying to block you from moving forward in your life because they're so unhappy with themselves. Three of Swords in reverse. That's the message here, or it has to do with a message. Three of Cups. A message to overcome heartbreak and pain. The King of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords. This is the truth. This is the truth about a King of Pentacles and a message about a group of people and how they tried to block you and stop you from traveling, or how they tried to stop you and block you from moving forward. And now they can't manipulate anymore. Now something is exposed. They can't be deceptive anymore. The Moon. About something that they tried to keep hidden. Something that they tried to keep hidden. All right. The Four of Wands. When it comes to a home, a property, a community. All right. The Emperor, there's an Emperor here that couldn't see something clearly or was stuck in their head, or they were in two minds about something. They couldn't see something clearly here. The Tower. The Tower about the High Priestess, King of Swords, and a plan. So the Emperor is now going through a Tower moment, or there's a catastrophe here because somebody didn't see something clearly, or there was something they couldn't see about listening to one's intuition about what a King of Swords was planning to stop someone from traveling. All right. Why is that important now all of a sudden? Because of this King of Cups. Because of this King of Cups in reverse. So this King of Cups in reverse somehow has something to do with a Queen of Wands wanting to stop you from traveling or trying to block you from going on a journey, or, all right, someone trying to lie, cheat, steal, and get away with something here. A fight. Oh, Page of Swords in reverse. Spying, stalking, watching, lying, gathering information about a fight, about an argument. Or a King of Cups was spying, stalking, watching something about an argument. What do you mean? Keys on a ring, many options decision, a one-night stand. A ring, a ring, a ring. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Ringing the doorbell. Ring, ring, ring the, why am I getting ringing the doorbell? A ring, like ringing on the phone, ringing the doorbell. That's the key. Key and kisses, KK, ring, ring. Something about paradise, something about vacation or traveling. Okay. Talking, text, calls, and emails. So something about text, calls, emails, spying and stalking and watching, or someone is gathering information, or they're spying, stalking, watching, text, calls, and emails. They hear about some sort of a fight or an argument, or somebody trying to get away with something here. Something about not wanting you to travel, ring, ring. And love. Why is that important? Because of someone trying to defend themselves here. Or somebody trying to overpower something, or something about defending oneself. Strength, Leo energy. The Moon, again, something that was done in secret here to heal from heartbreak. Something that's hidden about wanting to heal from heartbreak. Or overcome betrayal. The Seven of Cups. Something was hidden, something was an illusion. I don't know, this is kind of going off topic here, but A thief, someone is a liar. Somebody stole something. Someone is a thief. Someone is trying to hide something. A judge. A judge is a thief, or somebody's lying to a judge, or a lawyer, or somebody's trying to steal something, lie to a judge, or a judge is lying. I don't know. Trying to defend themselves with what? A coffin. Endings bring a new beginning. Be lighthearted, finding out the truth is coming to light about a King of Cups lying to a judge, lying about a fight. Somebody's trying to lie to a judge, or it's the judge that's a liar and a thief. Spying, stalking, watching, gossiping, manipulating information, text calls and emails. Now the truth is coming to light. Okay. So this one kind of went a bit off topic here towards the end. Can we just sum it up now? I'm going to close out the reading. Can we just sum this up really quick? Whatever this is going on here. This has to do with somebody being blocked, making a bad choice, not being able to move forward on something, something being blocked because of somebody walking away from, it has to do with mastery. Something about being the star, mastering something, walking away from something. It always comes back to that. Being the star, healing, being on your path, being on your destined path, walking away from things that don't serve you anymore. It's even kind of giving me like, look, sometimes when things get blocked and they don't work out, it's because you're supposed to walk away from it. Because it doesn't serve your highest good, okay? Because it doesn't serve you anymore on this path to mastery, on this path to fulfilling your purpose. So when things get blocked, all right, or there's no like road open here in some sort of way, it's like part of the mastery in this is learning when to walk away from something and when to keep going with something. And I feel like for whoever you're dealing with, that is like upside down. They stick with things that make their life exponentially worse and harder because it's negative, and they walk away from things that are good. So they have like mismatched priorities, all right, with what they nurture, what they work towards, what exactly they're trying to master here. Death and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, exactly. It's like what to end and what to keep fighting for. Exactly. The 10 of Wands. Thank you for summing it up easily now here towards the end. All right. So whoever this King of Cups is, they're carrying a burden, a big burden, a heavy burden. All right. They don't want to carry this burden, but they haven't learned this lesson yet. What do I end? What do I let go of? What do I walk away from? And what do I keep going with? What do I defend? What do I keep fighting for? Okay, it's almost like they want to keep fighting. They want to keep going for the devil side, and they want to end all the good things in their life because it feels too hard to put in the effort. It's like, why is it too hard to put in the effort with good things, but with bad things that don't bring you anything in life except more grief? Why do you keep fighting at this? Like, why do you want to keep trying? Why do you want to keep going? Why don't you just let it go? right? That's what somebody needs to think about. Like, some things in life, they do need to be walked away from, okay? But some things in life, you should stick with it. And this person is it's like the opposite, right? Like I said, walking away from all the good things in their life and then going towards the negative devil energy things, and they don't want to stop doing it. They don't want to give up. They want to keep going, keep trying. It's like, what are you spending all your time and effort doing? What are you doing here? Like, no wonder something is blocked for you. It's because you're letting go of the wrong things and investing into the wrong things as well. So I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope this helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.